Girl, stand up.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Girl Stand Up. Because, girl,
Stand up.
I'm Brienne.
I'm Benet.
I'm Anne-Marie.
And this is Girl Stand Up, where we're talking about dating, relationships, life in general, and being a girl in this crazy, mixed up world. If you're new, welcome. If you're old,
If
welcome
you're a
back.
girly.
Not if you're old.
If you're a girly.
If you are here old.
If you're a girly, welcome back.
Y'all know what time it is. You know what to expect when you show up here.
I don't know why I should be calling y'all old. I
I know. You could have been like,
we talked about that in production.
if you're decrepit,
No, we didn't.
welcome back.
Decrepit.
That's what it sounds like.
Decrepit was crazy. I didn't say decrepit.
Old.
Old could mean seasoned,
Old.
veteran,
If you're a girly.
wise.
If you're a
There you
girly.
go.
A
If
girly.
you're a girly, if you're a regular follower, welcome back.
A regular
Also-
follower / girly.
Anyway, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all already know what time it is.
Do all of the things.
All of those things.
All of the things.
And make sure you connect with us for more.
Okay, let's get into it. Here is our quote for today's episode. Just because no one else can heal or do your inner work for you doesn't mean you can, should, or need to do it alone. And that is by Lisa Oliveira.
I like those.
when they're like doing the jokes, he's like, if I can't pick up my belly, nobody should. And they're all trying not to laugh. They're all like,
Oh, funny though.
oh. But anyway, mental health. Mental health. It is a doozy.
Yes.
A doozy.
I was like, what we gonna do this week? What we gonna talk about? But
But
I feel like mental health is something a lot of people struggle with nowadays, but they don't know how to. But it's I feel like we have more resources on how to deal with it than we did before, but it's still
I don't
something a lot of
think
people
it's
struggle
something
with.
that we struggle more with. I think it's something we're more aware
Vocal
of.
about.
Yeah.
Because I think people for a long time, especially the generations before ours, they were more of like, you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nothing's wrong with you. You're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Go to work. You're fine. Go to
Mhm.
school. You're fine. And you didn't have time or the space to deal with those things.
Yeah, I agree. I think that previous generations, like you said, where it's viewed as weak or it's viewed as a negative because you have to deal with, any type of mental health. And sometimes I think people just automatically assume that mental health is something like, clinical, like, somebody being bipolar or somebody being schizophrenic, or it can be just somebody dealing with anxiety, depression. I feel like a lot of people deal with depression today, just with life, just because of all the crazy stuff that gets thrown at you in life. And people, at least previously, I feel like the younger generations are more comfortable to say, yes, I'm feeling this way. Whereas other people, they're just like, they keep it inside and they just kind of push through and just go about life. So I think that people talk about it more. I think some people talk about it too much, if I'm being honest, because I think that some people use it as a crutch to not deal with their ish. And
Shit.
but I think that there are people that genuinely, maybe they need some help in that area. Some people exploit it, I think.
The help isn't always in a bottle. Sometimes it's just, this is how you're feeling at this specific time. Because there's a difference between, like, having depression, and that's like something that deals with like imbalances and stuff like that in your body, and just going through a lot and you just feel hopeless. There's a difference.
Right.
And I also think because of social media is so prevalent in our society, everybody's always, snapping a pic, posting something, and everybody on social media look like they have their life together. So somebody looking at that, even though we know that people do that, somebody looking at, whatever somebody's posting on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or whatever, and they're like, oh, well, nobody else is dealing with this, it's just me. So I think that's also why a lot of times people don't speak out, because they feel like they're the odd person out because everybody else has it together. But people have to realize that social media is really just what people make it. Like, anybody can post anything on social media. Their life could be falling apart and you have no idea, because they're not going to post the bad, they only post the good. But I think sometimes when people are viewing that stuff, they don't think about that. They just think that this person has it all together.
I also think it's twofold, because you have those people that try to make it seem like everything is together, but then you have those people, like we saw that video earlier, they're always crying on social media, and people are like, oh, they're crying for attention and all this stuff, and then nobody wants to look like they're doing something to be extra. So it's like you can't win for losing, I feel like, when it comes to that stuff.
I think, well, two things. I think for that, like, people's heart. Like, I think you can tell when things are genuine and when things are staged. And sometimes you gotta be like, all right, girl.
But that's true if it's people you actually know personally.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are following people on social media that they don't know. Like, because it's so easy to get connected with anybody. And so you might not know them personally. You're like, your best friends on social media, like, they comment on everything, they respond to you on stuff, so you feel like you know them, but you don't really personally know them, so it's hard to know somebody's heart.
But don't you think you can tell when people are genuine and when people aren't?
Sometimes.
Like, I feel like you can see through the bullshit. Like sometimes you can tell people are just doing it for attention, but like sometimes people are just really just struggling, like, and that's okay. But I think also, like, another thing to like add to Enda's point earlier is, like, I think a lot of times we get stuck in this thing of like, oh, I'm always gonna feel like this and it's always gonna be like this, and that's just really not the truth. Like, there's a season for everything, and you wouldn't know what the mountain looked like, the top of the mountain, if you didn't go through the valley. Like, sometimes you have to go through things in order to like have the highs.
I also think that there's some people that don't realize that they're depressed or like they're dealing with anxiety or things like that, because we've been taught to just kind of just push through, especially in the Black community. Let's talk about that, because in the Black community especially, we're like how we talked about earlier, like we're taught like, oh, nothing's wrong with you kind of thing, like you kind of just push past it. But also I feel like we've been raised to just be stronger than other people. So like for me, for example, I feel like there was a time where I was depressed, but I know I was depressed because I was just, I'm like, it's just life, like, like you just deal with stuff and you keep going. But because I didn't understand that's what it was, I didn't know how to deal with it, kind of thing. And you kind of just keep going, and then you realize, oh shit, like I'm not okay. But by that time you're like, okay, well, what do I do now, kind of thing. So I feel like a lot of people get stuck in that space too, where they don't know that it's not normal to where they do need to get help.
But what do you, just to play devil's advocate, what do you do when you're in that space, that like the what do you do now space?
I think it's important to have people in your corner that you can feel like you can trust, or that you can be open with when you're feeling a certain type of way, and you can express to them how you're feeling. And of course, you can do therapy and all of that too. But I think just having people you feel you should have a circle of people that you can just be yourself with, and you can be like, look, I'm not okay. This is how I'm feeling. This is, what's been going on. Just sometimes just having somebody to vent to, or somebody that you can just somebody just to hear you out, because sometimes it's not even a situation where you have to or need to go to therapy. It's just being able to talk out what's going on with you sometimes. I feel, of course, there are times where people need more than that. They need therapy or sometimes medication even. We don't talk about that too, because sometimes, when people have to be on medication, people feel like that's also a sign of weakness, or a lot of stigma behind that, or like being hooked on it. What if I could never be normal again? Can I live without the medications? Let's be honest, some people need to be on that medication for life, so
and
just go on and accept that and be on it for life,
like Kanye.
But
I'm sorry, y'all.
But
for real, but Kanye, because when he said, this is the real me, this is the me not on medication, like, no, you need to take that.
Please get on it, please.
Like, in the nicest way possible, like, please take your medication.
And it doesn't have to be, doesn't have to be something negative about it, or a stigma behind it. If you need it, you need it. I look at it like this. Having worked in the medical field for a long time, when you get sick, if you have diabetes, you need certain medication that you have to take in order to
change your life.
Yeah, or you change your lifestyle, or you take certain medications so you can be in balance again. If you have high blood pressure, you take certain medications so that your your levels can be in the place that they should be, so you don't have a stroke and have a heart attack. Like, there's certain things when it comes to our physical health, it makes sense for us to do something about it, to take medication, to go see the doctor and whatever. But when it comes to mental health, people treat it differently when that's part of our being. Like, if there's something going on, psychologically, mentally, or whatever, you need to get help for that too.
Yeah. And on the other side too, like, preventative medicine. Like, if you go to the dentist, and you go to the doctor, and you go to the chiropractor for all of these regular checkups, but you don't do anything for your regular mental health checkup. Like, just the same way you would do that, do the other things. Check in with yourself. And if that is going to a psychiatrist or psychologist, then that's doing that. But if it's, I'm just going to take a self-care day and check in with myself, and do a mental health day, check in with myself, then do that. If it's journaling, do that. Like, you have to be able to know what's going on in your body.
Yeah. Self-awareness is definitely important.
Yeah.
When it comes to your mental health. Like, you have to know, like, I don't feel right. Like,
because people love to, like, and I'm guilty of this too, I'm not just saying people, where you just want to handle the crisis when it's a crisis. But if you had the tools before the crisis, then it wouldn't be a crisis.
True. Yeah. I think we've all been guilty of that. I've been guilty of that. Still sometimes, where it's just like life is just going, and you're just like, I'll deal with it when that happens. Like, you're just trying to get through other things. But you're right. Like, it's proper planning. Like, you gotta plan for things so that it doesn't crash down on you, and then you're like, oh, shoot. But real talk, that's how it is. And I think that a lot of people, that's how they approach it. It's just like, everything's been going on, and your body's been like, you need to take some time, and then something happens, and then you get up, and then it's like, I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to talk to anybody. Now you're in crisis, right? Whereas things have been happening before where you could have taken time and be like, okay, let me check in. Like you said, check in with myself. So
I definitely been there where it's just like every day, I'll just do this another day. I'll just check in another day. I'll journal another day. And then I'm just laying there, and I'm like, damn, my body has been telling me for weeks that I needed to relax and take a break. Because your body will tell you. Like, if you listen to what your body is telling you, like, your body will tell you, like, hey. It's like a little check engine light. Like, hey. Hey. And then I'm just laying there and I'm like, I can't go to work today. like, I cannot. Like, and that's okay. Sometimes you do need a mental health day, and that is literally fine. I don't know how many mental health days I took in college. I used to, me and my roommate, if she's watching this, you know who you are.
Because they really used to be gone.
We would literally, like, there was a time it was my junior year of college, like, right before COVID hit. And I was just really not okay, y'all. Like, there was nothing anybody could do. There was nothing that I could say. There was nothing that anybody could say to me to make me okay, because I was not okay. And so I would be, like, telling my roommate, I'd be like, I don't want to go to class today. I'd be like, I can't do it. And she'd be like, it's okay, because she was, like, pretty much done. And, like, most of her classes were just fun classes, and she had a block schedule. And so she'd be like, you want to just go to Target? Or she'd be like, you want to go get a sandwich from that donut shop? Because we would go to this donut shop around the corner and get a sandwich in there. And then we would go to Target, and we wouldn't buy anything in Target. We would just walk around and look at stuff. And we would just kind of just relax. And I remember I used to be like, I don't even want to get dressed. I'm not even putting clothes on. Like, I'm just about to wear sweats. And she'd be like, no. You're gonna have a mental health day, you gotta make yourself feel good. So she would make me get dressed. But yeah, no, like, for real.
But yeah, I think that's important too, to have people that are gonna support you through that too. Because I seen this clip of This Is Us, I think it was yesterday, and it's in that point where I forget why Kevin moved in with them, but it was like Randall and Beth. The dad was living with them. They had all their kids with them. And then Kevin moved in with them. And Beth was like helping take care of everybody and, you know, doing her thing and stuff. And then I feel like there was one point she told Randall that she needed to take like a day to herself or something. And he was like, well, why do you want to be with it? Like, and it was this whole thing. So like she tells him I think she told him she had to go to some business trip or something. So like, but she had just booked a hotel just to like hide from them. So like she goes to the store, she's getting wine, she's getting snacks. And then Randall and the dad come into the store and he's like, Beth, like, what are you doing here? She was like, it's not what you think. And then she starts telling him, she's like, I'm just like, I needed 24 hours to not be a mom, to not deal with father-in-laws, to not deal with white brothers. Like,
no, for real,
and she was like, and he was like, well, why didn't you just say that? She was like, I tried to. But then it turned into this whole other part where I had to tell you, like, to make you feel comfortable instead of taking the day. And then I was just like, dang, that's real though. Especially being a woman and you have a family and stuff. And I mean, I'm not at that point yet, but I imagine like just being single and having to deal with when other people rely on you. And that can be overwhelming. And it's like, dang, I still have responsibilities. Like I can't afford to take a break or I can't afford to sit down. But you're like, I need to sit down.
And sometimes it's just even a few minutes. I remember when Brienne was when she was a toddler, it was a lot. Like trying to be a mom, trying to be a wife, trying to do all the things. It was a lot. And I remember one day I was just like, I need a break. So I went in the bathroom and I locked the door and Brienne's like knocking on the door. Mommy. And like, I'm on timeout. Like, I just need a break. And it was only probably like 20 minutes because that's all I could really take when I have a toddler knocking on the door. But even that 20 minutes, I was just like, breathe. Woosah. Because I was like, I just need, and sometimes it's like that. It's like, you don't even need a whole day. You don't need a whole week. Sometimes you just need just a few minutes.
Yeah.
Just to reset. And so
you know what's funny is I seen something, this guy is on TikTok. This guy was on like a podcast or whatever, and he was saying that his kids come second to his marriage. And so people was all in, oh my God,
as it should.
Right. And he was like, so when I come in the door, he's like, I just say hello to the kids, whatever. But I go to my wife and I give her a hug first. And I tell them, like, hey, guys, we need adult time.
Mm-hmm.
And they go out of the room and they close the door and lock the door.
Mm-hmm.
And so their kids just know, like, when it's adult time, y'all gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And I was like,
that's
cool.
A king.
Right, as you should.
I was like, damn, you treating your life, okay.
Right, because I seen something, it was the opposite of that. And it was like for the stay-at-home parent, when they're there all day long, and being a teacher, I completely understood, because I was like, there are some days I'll be like, don't say my name no more.
No,
get out my classroom. Like,
kids
leave
will
me alone.
take
They will take
every ounce of energy,
yes.
time,
everything. And there's sometimes I just straight up like, I love y'all, but get out. Like, I can't. I'm closed today. I will see y'all later. I'll see you after school. I'll see you tomorrow. Just get out. But she was like, they were saying how, like, with the stay-at-home parent, they don't have adult interaction all day long. They're breaking up fights. They're hearing the kids complain. They have to be empathetic to whatever the kid is going through. They're doing all this all day long, and then, like, they were talking about how, like, when the husband comes home, or whoever the parent is that's working outside of the home, they come home and then they're grumpy, they're exhausted, and then they're like, oh, I just need another 20 minutes after they've already been parked in the driveway for like an hour waiting to come inside, and the other one has been in there fighting for their life all day long. And then they were like, well, why wouldn't you just let them have the 20 minutes and blah 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 blah. And then some people were like, well, they haven't had any break all day long. Like, you go to work, you get a coffee break, you get a lunch break where you don't have to talk to nobody. I've been here all day long. Like, you can't just come in and switch me out for a little bit so I can get my break, and then, or we could tag team or something.
Right.
And I was like, that's real though, because there are some people that just will let you burn.
Yeah.
And I feel like, especially when it comes to mental health, if you don't have a support system that can see that, or a system where, you know, people can help you pick up the slack, it's hard, because then you're like, you're dealing with it on your own. You feel like no one else is there to support you or cares about it. And it's like, well, you just got to suck it up and deal with it, you know? So I feel like I
just had to do that at work the other day with one of the girls, because with the heat and all the stuff, we have to rotate outside. And there's this one girl, and she's young. And so I had to tell her, I'm like, girl, if you know it's your time to come inside, come inside. Like, don't wait for them to tap you off, because they're not going to.
Right, they're not.
And so, and I keep telling her, I'm like, did you eat something before work? Did you drink some water before work? What, like, she's like, no, I didn't think it was a big deal, because I'm only working this many hours and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay. So this other day, she didn't eat nothing. And she's outside, and we were on bar together, and we have 4 pages of drink orders on the screen. 4 pages.
And you know, when mental health day.
And so me and her are on bar together, and I can kind of tell she's moving kind of slow. She's talking kind of low, and I'm like, are you okay? And she's like, I was just outside, and it's just really hot. And I was like, girl, go back there and get a slice of pizza, because one of the guys brought in pizza. I said, go back there and get a slice of pizza. Just sit down and relax for a minute. She's like, no, it's okay. And I was like, no, go. So I'm like 10, 15 minutes later, I check on her, and I'm like, hey, are you okay? And she's just crying. And I'm like, what is going on? So I go back there, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, are you okay? She's like, I just feel bad because I'm supposed to be working, and I can't even do that because I'm, like, not feeling good and all this stuff. And the guy that was back there, he was just talking to her because he was on his break. He's like, she just has a lot going on. And I was like, I said, girl, I said, you are more important than these coffees and these orders and all this stuff. I said, you have to make sure you're okay before you can even think about doing that stuff. I said, because at the end of the day, like, all we want is for you to be okay. I was like, because those coffee orders are still gonna be there.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, and you could just feel, like, it reminded me of me at her age, like, just feeling like the whole world was just on my shoulders. Like, And I felt so bad for her. Like, I just was like, girl, it's okay. And I just gave her a hug. And I was like, it's okay. Like, don't worry about it. Like, I'm not mad. Nobody's upset at you. Like, just make sure you're okay. And it's just like, damn, like, even little, like, young, like, and she's not little, but, like, she's young.
Yeah.
And so it's like, even young people like that are dealing with shit like this. And it just made me feel bad because I'm like, damn, like, you should just be a kid, like, right now. Like, you don't have any responsibilities. Like, just be a kid. Like, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
But it's true, like, if you're not okay, you can't take care of other people. And that's
you gotta put on
something you have, especially as a woman, you have to learn that. That's because we are raised to be caretakers, and so it's natural for us to care for other people. Like, we all, you gotta make sure everybody's okay, taking care of or whatever, and our well-being, our mental health, even our physical health sometimes is on the back burner because we're busy trying to take care of other people. But what we fail to realize is if something happens to us, like, you can't take care of those people. I kind of compare that to being on an airplane. When they go through the security, you know, if something were to happen on the plane, they tell you what, put your oxygen mask on first. Why? Because you can't, if you're not okay, you can't be in a position to help somebody else. And so I think it's the same thing, like, make sure your oxygen mask is on. And that's something I've had to learn, you know, in, you know, later years, because I've always been taking care of other people. And so I forget that a lot of times when I'm still in the mode of, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do that. And then not stopping to be like, check in with me, like, you know, that I'm not okay.
Yeah.
You know?
And something that, sorry to cut you off.
And just piggybacking on something else you said, like, you being aware, that guy at your job being aware of where she was at. That's why it's important to have people around you that you connect with and people that you trust, because sometimes it takes that somebody around you to be like, are you okay? Like, you know, you're not okay, take a break, somebody to just, you know, make sure that you take care of you.
Yeah.
You know, because if you don't have that, you just keep going until you burn out.
And something that my, when I was going to therapy, something my therapist said, because I was like, I just feel like I'm taking care of all these people and all this stuff. And she's like, do you think that they want to be taken care of? Do you think that they can take care of themselves? And I was like, I mean, yeah, but she's like, so then whose responsibility is it to take care of them? And it just kind of made me, like, take a step back. I mean, like, yeah, they can take care of themselves. And, like, not feeling like I have to take care of everybody, or I have to do this and I have to do that. Like, people can take care of themselves. Like, a lot of times people just don't because they've never had to, and they were never given or taken the responsibility to take care of themselves.
Yeah. I was going to say something else. Not here. Oh. I remember now. When you said, like, having people to check on you. If you have friends that you check on all the time, and they don't check on you when you're, like, disappeared and no one can find you, those are not your friends.
They're not your friends.
Facts.
Because that's real crazy. Especially if you're the person that's already always checking on everybody, always making sure they're good, always calling them and stuff. Like, if you have people that won't do the same for you, even if it doesn't have to be all the time, but at least they don't call you every once in a while to see how you're doing, text you to see, like, to let you know that, you know, they're still around. Like, those are not your friends.
They're not, because the people that are your friends are, like, people that are important to you, and you're important to them. They care about what's going on with you.
Right.
And they check in.
And they check in. Like, I can say that all of my friends that are my friends check in with me.
Yeah.
Even if it's, like, we don't talk all the time. Even my roommate in college, like, we don't live in the same place. And, like, she's busy and I'm busy. But we still, every now and again, hey, how are you?
Yeah.
And we even have each other's locations just so we know, like, oh, she's good. Oh, she's good. And, like, people don't realize, like, how important that is. Because, like, we're not supposed to be isolated.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what we were meant to do. Like,
yeah.
humans seek connection.
Yep.
And so, like, you have to be connected to people.
Yeah.
And so, if those people aren't checking on you, they're not your friends. And I'm sorry to tell you that, but you need to find new people, because I've had to, like, realize that too. Like, some of these people that are, like, friends are not my friends. Like, because, like, I get it. Like, people are busy. I'm busy.
Right.
But, like, I still make the time to be like, hey, girl, you okay?
Yeah. I agree.
Or something.
Yeah.
Something.
Like,
sending a TikTok.
Yeah. Something.
Like anything. Like, but you can't even do that. Like, that's bare minimum.
Right.
You look, we talked about standards last week. That's
bare
minimum.
That's set to hell.
Friendship, connection, whatever. That is literally set to hell. Like, that is the bare minimum that somebody could do. Like, a stranger could do that.
Yeah.
Exactly. He posted that he had a back surgery or something, and then he just started going through his social media and deleting people because he was laid up, couldn't take care of himself, and none of his friends checked on him after he had his surgery. So he was like, all right, cool.
For
he just deleted everybody.
But also, don't be that friend that, like,
don't say
nothing and nobody knows that that you have stuff going on, and then be like, damn, none of my friends like me. No, nobody knows anything's going on with you. So if you need help, reach out.
Right. Yeah. Yes.
No one can help you if you don't ask for help.
Yeah.
Like, you can only do so much for people.
Right.
And, like, as somebody that will be like, oh, I'll do this for you, I'll do this for you, I'll do this for you. Like, sometimes let people ask for help. Like, don't just offer all of yourself.
Yeah, I've been guilty of that.
You're just so, like, a kind-hearted person. Like, don't offer all of yourself to these people, because a lot of times they won't do it for you. Like, I had to realize that, like, not everybody is for you.
Yeah. I've been all of those things you said. The person that didn't say anything and then be mad because nobody checked on me. And I've been the person that's like, oh, I'm always checking on somebody, and then they don't check on me, and then I was like, got to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm just cutting these people off. And I just slowly cut them off, because I'm like, and then like, oh, I haven't heard from you. Oh, really? Like,
right.
And it don't have to be mean or anything. Like,
I just, like, I know who's for me and who's not. And so my circle has gotten smaller over the years, but because also what happens, if you're that person that's always checking on somebody, you're always giving of yourself, and then you're not getting that also plays a toll on your mental health.
Right, because you can't pour from a cup that's empty.
Exactly. So that's why it's important to be self-aware and also know the people around you. And one thing we didn't touch on, sleep. Sleep affects your mental health.
And drinking water.
Yeah, there are certain things even in our physically that we need to do to make sure that we are taking care of our mental health. And sleep is definitely one of the things. Yeah. Like, because if you don't get enough sleep, a lot of other things get affected by it.
And it kills you faster.
Yeah.
Just so y'all know.
And there's a lot of things that go with it. Because that was happening to me for a while. I could not sleep well. And that's actually why I started to go into therapy, because I couldn't sleep well. I wasn't feeling good mentally. And, like, I just felt like I can't do this. And so she was telling me, she's like, I think that you not sleeping is triggering the depression. And the depression is triggering all of these other things. And I was like, that makes sense. And if you know me, when I sleep, like, I be having crazy ass dreams. Like, and I was telling,
elaborate
like, crazy, elaborate, that to the point it doesn't feel like I'm rested, because my mind has made up all of this big ass scenario that I can't get no rest. So yeah, that was happening to me for a minute.
So what is you guys' self-care go-to?
Ooh, I have a lot.
Pick 1 to 3.
1 to 3?
1 to 3?
Okay, so I used to do this. I had to get back into the routine of doing this, but I was, on my days off, I would take a self-care day. Like, that day was just specifically for self-care. So I would, like, do my nails. I'd probably do my hair. Oh, another thing. don't do your hair when you're not feeling good about yourself because no, it's real life because you're more rough with your hair. Like,
oh, is that how people be cutting their hair
off?
Yes,
you're more rough with your hair. Like, if you're not in a good place, you're more rough and like difficult with your hair instead of like working with your hair. So like, do your hair when you're in a good space. But yeah, so I would do that, do my hair, like take a bath because I don't usually take baths. Usually, okay, when I say take a bath, I don't just be sitting in nasty ass water. I take a shower first and then I take a bath.
That's a waste of water.
I can't, you guys. It's just gross to me. Like, it's so gross to me to take a bath because it just feels like you're just sitting in dirty ass water.
That's crazy.
I don't take a long shower before. I just okay, I'm just breaking it down for y'all. So I do like I'll scrub my body in the shower, like scrub. So I get my exfoliating gloves and scrub all of the dead skin and stuff off of me. Then I'll take a bath. Put like a little bath bomb, light a little candle. I'll do that. I'll hang out with my friends. That's like really important to me. Like, if you know me, hang out with my friends and like, I'm a connections kind of person. So like, I like to hang out. So I'll be like, hey, you want to go? Just run errands. Anything. And then something that I've been recently doing again is journaling. That's good. You told me 1 to 3, so.
Okay. I would say, yeah, mine is similar. I don't shower before I take my bath. I just go and take my bath.
Nasty.
But, yeah, bath bombs, bubble bath, get a little candle going. And then I'll just watch my show in the bath and mind my business. Or listen to music or something. Yeah, those little trays they have that you sit, I need one. Because the amount of times I have dropped.
I need one so bad.
In the bathtub. Thank God they have that little water eject thing now.
Oh, that little thing you play the little sound and it's like.
The amount of times I have dropped my phone in the bathtub is ridiculous. I need to get me one of them little slabs. I would get
one too because I like those things. I be seeing those people on TikTok. I be like, ooh. The only one I don't like is when like they're on their period and they do like the period one. So like they'll get like a bath bomb that's like a tampon and a pad. Like that's how it's shaped. And like it turns the water red. Like blood red. I'd be like,
that just sounds traumatic.
Y'all are scary.
Jump scary. Jump scary. But yeah, I do that. Sometimes I like to do like a little face mask and do all that extra stuff just to be in my space. I'll definitely veg out and binge something on Netflix. I'm definitely a vegger. I'm not a connections person. So sorry to my friends if y'all didn't know that before. But I'm not. I'm very much okay being by myself and not talking.
You know what's funny is she's not, but she is. Because she'll call me and I'll be like, hey, what's up? And she'll be like, yeah, like whatever she needs to tell me. And I'll be like, this shit is quiet. And I'm like, okay.
That's what I called to say.
And then I'm like, she's like, okay. And I'm like, all right. I get off the phone and then she'll just like start singing or whatever. And I'm like, oh, so she just wants to be like, she just wants to be in my presence or something.
It's funny because you and they never want to be around each other at the same time.
Right.
Like, either she'll do that to me, she'll call me and I'll be like, all right. Okay. Like, get off the phone. Or I'll do the same thing to her and she'll be like,
what do you want? What do you want? It's never around the same time. Like, be like, hey, what are you watching? She's like, nothing. Like, okay.
Oh.
So she's kind of a connections person.
It depends on who it is. I'm probably only like that with y'all and Raina. That's probably it. Everybody else, I'll just be like, I'll be real honest. Sometimes people call me and I just watch it ring. Like, leave me alone.
Sometimes
like,
I be thinking,
my social media
I should just
meter
put my phone on airplane mode like while I'm on the call, so the call will fail.
Dang.
Oh yeah.
Or I'll be like, oh, hold on, I'll call you right back.
Never calling.
Turn my show back on.
Calling you back.
Turn my show back on.
I'm so sorry.
And I'm just sitting there like,
I really try to be social.
I can't.
But I can only do it for so long. Like, even when we go to parties, I'm very much a homebody. Like,
oh, no. I
will
be
at a party and be cool and be like, all right, when we leaving?
I thrive in the party setting.
It's time to go.
Even if, like, when I first get there, I'm like, ooh, this party is whack. Like, I'll still stay for the experience. Like, I'm an experience kind of person. Like, especially if I spent time to get ready. Like, if I spent, like, 2 hours to get ready, I'm staying for at least an hour.
I feel like an hour is good. After that, and well, it depends on who it is again. If it's, like, people that are, like, pretty much family at this point, I could stay there for hours. That's cool. But if it's people, like, I'm really only here because somebody invited me, and I don't know all these people.
I'll make the most of it, though. I like it.
I'll talk and mingle, but after about an hour, I'm like, all right, my social media is low. I'm ready to go home.
Yeah, no, I'm not that way. I like to be out and about with people.
I don't.
Because people are interesting. You never find the same story twice, you know?
I feel like I'm both. Probably where she gets it from. I'm both. Like, I can turn it on and be out with people, but I also like being by myself, too.
I enjoy my own company.
Yeah. I'm like, sometimes it's like, people are like, oh, you want to go do something? I'm like, oh, no, I have plans. And my plans is to be in my bed, watching my show.
I don't tell people I have plans.
Having a glass of wine. Minding my business.
No, I don't want to do that. I be telling my friends sometimes he'll be like, Benet, you want to go do this? I be like, no. And he'll be like,
sometimes people can't handle that. Then they want to badger you. So I'm like, oh no, I have plans. Don't want to. And I don't feel like being badgered or arguing with you. My plans.
I'm not going to badger,
they don't need to know what my plans
or
are.
Argue. The answer is no. I don't want to go.
I feel like that girl. What's her name? Whitney. I don't have the capacity. That's me. I don't want to. That I'm the person. Like, if we had plans and then you call and say the plans are canceled.
Period.
God, because I didn't want to go.
Sometimes I'm like that too.
Sometimes. Most of the time. But anyway. Oh, I wasn't done. No. The last thing I was going to say is taking walks. I forgot.
I was like, wait. We were talking
a whole rabbit hole. But yeah, taking walks. Definitely like getting out in the air, in the sun.
Yes.
Getting fresh air.
Fresh air is very good for you.
But sorry, go
ahead. Mine are very similar to yours, actually. Working out, taking walks. Sometimes I like to just be outside and just take in nature and just being present. Baths, definitely. I love to take baths with the candle and my music. And I don't take a shower before. However, I do take a shower after. I do rinse off after.
What? You don't feel gross just sitting in that water, bro?
I rinse off after. I don't do it before. But taking a bath, and sometimes, and then obviously, like I said, vegging out, watching my show, having a glass of wine, just having me time. So those probably the most. And then when I feel like it, maybe I'll spend some time with my friend.
What friend?
My friend.
Oh. I'm like, why is she saying my friend? Oh, but to the point of the capacity thing. Also, let me let y'all know.
I can't.
Don't just be dumping all your shit on people, okay?
Yeah.
You need to ask them if they have the capacity, because sometimes people don't have the capacity. And they're also dealing with things. Like, you are not the only person dealing with things.
So this is how it should look like. Benet, are you okay?
You don't even gotta say that.
But I'm just saying. But if I notice that, Benet, are you okay?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Now it's your turn. You gotta ask me if I have.
I'm not okay. Can we talk about that? Do you have the capacity to talk about that right now?
Can we do it tomorrow? Because I have a lot going on today. Will you be okay to talk tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. Or you could be like, you know what? yeah, actually, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
But let people give them an opportunity because they might not be ready for all.
Right.
Because I know I've been in situations I'll be like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't ask.
People be telling me stuff.
And then before you know it, when they're done, I'm depressed. Like,
right. It's because it's a transfer of energy.
Right. And we're
let me tell
empaths. You can't be doing that to us.
You just you had all of this depression and anxiety energy, and you feel great after because you just pushed all that energy onto
And
somebody
now I'm
else.
okay.
And now they're like, damn,
Like,
what
damn.
is this life? So let me give y'all a little tip trick that this lady gave me. Not this lady, my friend. She gave me. She's like a woo 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 person. Okay.
Oh, woo woo.
Okay, I don't know what the term is. She's like a life coach and all kinds of stuff. Reiki, all that stuff. She deals with energy.
Mm-hmm. And a woo woo.
That was crazy.
Woo woo.
All that energy's on you, right? You're like, damn, I don't like this. This is crazy. What you gonna do? You gonna wipe yourself off. Just wipe it. Wipe.
Let it go.
Wipe.
I had to do it a couple times.
Wipe. And remember that?
Don't wipe it towards you.
Don't wipe it towards you. Wipe it away from you.
Wipe it
And
away
imagine
from you.
that energy leaving you and out of your body and your space.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be doing that.
Mm-mm.
Sometimes I have to do it physically, and sometimes I could just do it mentally. But last night I had to do it physically because I was like, this is not even my energy.
Yes.
You gotta recognize when things aren't your energy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I was fine before I talked to you.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. Messing things up.
Yeah.
But you also have to realize if you don't have the capacity, don't.
Yes.
Mhm.
You know, be
It's
okay
okay to say
saying,
no.
you know what? I understand that you're dealing with something. I'm just not in a place right now to hear it. Is there somebody else you can connect with? How else can I help you? Or something like that. But be okay to do that too, because you're not doing somebody a service to. Because have you been in a place too where somebody's telling you their stuff and you're not in a space to hear it, and you just been like, you're not even giving them really what they need, because you're just kind of like, dang, I wish you would shut up, 'cause I don't have the capacity.
Right.
And you really haven't helped that person. So just be self-aware, be authentic, and give people what they need. But if you can't give it, maybe point them in a direction that they can get it.
To be like, I can't hear this right now, but you should talk to Brienne. Maybe she might have some guidance for you today.
And then Brienne will be pissed off at you. Because why did you...
That is not my ministry. Not y'all can call me, I guess. But if I don't answer, you know I'm looking at the phone like this.
Not, I guess.
I'll call
her.
you later.
Don't call her. You call one of us. Don't call her.
Anywho,
I give good advice
if you answer the
if
phone.
I answer the phone.
Oh, and also,
And you don't
if
always
you're not
have to give
looking for advice,
Oh
tell
yeah,
them that.
tell them that.
If
Say
you're
that.
just like, you know what, I just need a vent. Cool. Then
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
always
gonna say
ask.
nothing. Do you, like, oh, I need advice. Oh, I need unfiltered advice. I need you to just say, yes, I'm right. Because I literally have told my friends
I
that,
don't
like,
know about that last.
no. So, because, okay, I told my friend this other day. I said, why can't you just say, yes, Bené, you're right. Bené, you're right. I said, you can tell me the truth tomorrow.
But today,
But
this is
today,
tell me I'm right.
I need you to tell me I'm right. He was like, fine. You're not wrong, Bené.
he still didn't say
He
you're
couldn't-
not wrong.
He couldn't say it because the kind of person this guy is, he just not gonna. he just not gonna do that. He gonna tell you the truth even if you don't want to hear the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You do have to ask people though, because I used to be guilty of that too. When people start telling you stuff and you automatically want to tell them, give them advice, because obviously you can hear whatever and you're like, oh, this is what you should do. This is what you shouldn't do, whatever. But I have learned not to do that. Like, and I ask, are you just venting? You want me to just listen? Do you want advice, or what is it that you want?
Right, and
Because
if you ask for
that way
unfiltered,
you know how to listen.
Right, if you ask for unfiltered, uncut truth,
Be ready for it.
Be ready for it, and don't be mad because sometimes I always say, "Are you sure?" When people ask me that, they're like, what do you think? And I'm like, you really want to know what I think? Like, raw, unfiltered what I think? Yeah. You sure?
That's a 3.
Yeah.
You got 2 opportunities to say no.
Say no.
And then I go in, they be like, why would you say that? You asked me.
Yeah, you asked.
So, yeah.
Be ready.
Be ready. But anyway, more of the story. Make sure you know what's going on with you.
Mm-hmm.
Ask for help. Do some self-care things.
Get some sleep.
Get some sleep.
And say no sometimes. That's okay.
And say no sometimes. Protect your peace.
Mm-hmm.
I told somebody one time, and it wasn't a fight, but I meant it with everything in me. I told this person, I said, I am not going to, what did I say? I'm not going to sacrifice my peace for anybody, including you.
And that's real, though.
Yeah,
that's real.
You know, this person, when we talked about it after, I told them, I said, I didn't say that to be mean.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just telling you, like, the truth of where I'm at. Because I've been a person that will sacrifice my stuff and my peace for other people because I feel bad or, like, I want to help them. And it's like, at some point, I have to take responsibility for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't have everybody else just take everything from me.
Right.
And so I just had to let them know. And
Mm-hmm.
it's not to be mean. And that's why I told them after, like, I didn't say, because they told me, like, that really hurt my feelings. And I was like, I didn't say that to hurt your feelings or to be mean. Like, I'm just letting you know. Because sometimes people feel like they're entitled to your peace or to all of you. And they're not. They're not entitled
that person
to all
shouldn't
of you.
even be offended by that. It's like, so you do want me to give you my peace? Like,
right. And after we talked about it, they understood what I was saying. But I think also because it was over text message, it came off harsh. And so after we talked about it, they understood what I meant. But stand on that. Like, don't let anybody take your peace because, like, peace is hard to get to. Okay? Like, let me tell you guys, like, I have felt at peace for the last couple of days. Just like, okay. Like, nothing can faze me. Nothing can faze me because I'm just peaceful.
I love that for you.
So, let everybody else be in their bullshit if they want to be in their bullshit. And don't let them take your peace.
That part.
Yeah.
But
it is hard to get.
We're curious, too, of what you guys do for your mental health. How do you check in? How do you make sure you're okay? Are you checking in? Are you making sure you're okay?
Did you watch this and realize you that?
But drop a comment, and let us know because we're curious.
Yeah. Yep. So, Faye 5?
Yes, ma'am.
Faye 5.
Okay, let me start.
Go ahead, because I don't know what
I don't really know mine either, but I'm going to start.
One day we're going to get this together,
We're going
y'all.
to get it together. Okay, I am going to start with my favorite drink.
Ooh.
Only because I went to this event yesterday, and there was a vendor there, a tequila vendor. And so they were letting us try the tequila. And this tequila is called Comisario tequila. And apparently, like, she was explaining, like, the process of how they make the tequila and the process afterwards and stuff. Like, they do some, like, oxidation. I was like, that didn't come out right in my mind. Oxidation. And how they actually did the whole process of getting, the tequila to the shelves and stuff like that. And apparently it is supposed to make sure that you don't wake up with a hangover. Because, like, I like tequila. I don't like to drink tequila straight necessarily, but I like it in drinks, like mixed drinks and stuff. But never fails, I always wake up with a headache whenever I drink tequila. And so she was explaining, like, how she didn't drink for a long time because of that. Because she would always wake up with a hangover. but she can drink this tequila and she doesn't have hangovers. And I didn't, it's not like I drank a whole lot. Like she gave us a couple of shots of like some of the different ones. I had the dark one and then I had the Blanco one, and both smooth. Like, didn't have a burning sensation on your throat. Doesn't, supposedly not gonna give you a hangover. I woke up fine, even though, like I said, I didn't, like, wasn't like I was drinking. But, so, I did like that tequila yesterday. And she did say you can get it in Bevmo now and some other stores. So, from now on, that's the tequila I'm drinking. When I have tequila. The tequila. Okay. Let me see. Music, I'm still on my worship phase. I don't know if you want to call it phase or whatever. So, I'm still gonna say Tasha Cobbs on my music, because I've been just having my time of worship in the morning, and Tasha Cobbs is one of my favorites. So anything Tasha Cobbs. Mindful Habit is also gonna be that. Just my worship and prayer time, because I'm trying to just be consistent with that, because I feel like my day goes better when I do that. And food, let me see. Oh, last week, maybe the week before, I had a tri-tip sandwich at Stone Fire Grill in Pasadena. I always mess up the names. That's why I had to think about it. Stone Fire Grill, yes, in Pasadena, bomb. So that would be my food. What am I missing?
I think that was all of them. You said, entertainment.
Entertainment.
Almost made it.
Almost made it. Entertainment, I'm still on House of Dragon. I'm still going to say House of Dragon, because the tea is getting good.
We haven't watched this episode yet, y'all. So.
Good. So, but I won't tell you, if you didn't watch Sunday's episode, I won't tell you what happened, but it was great.
You haven't watched Sunday's
episode? I didn't watch it.
Oh. Wow. The truth comes out.
This is what happened. This is what happened.
I came home prepared to watch House of Dragon because we were already a day behind. I came in. I said,
we never watch it. We never watch it the next day. We usually watch it on Wednesdays.
No, we watch it on Sunday when it comes out.
No, we don't. Yes, we have not been watching it on Sunday when it comes out. We have not been watching it on Sunday when it comes out.
The last
we
one
watch it pretty much religiously every single Sunday.
Yeah.
And then yesterday was Tuesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this was Monday. I come home. I'm looking for Benet. She's in the bed.
I said, Benet,
are you asleep? Yes. I said, do you want to watch House of Dragons? No, I'm asleep. I said, all right.
I thought you said wait, but in my defense, what you told me is that Benet said she didn't care. You told her we were going to watch it.
I didn't say that she didn't care. I said Benet said she's sleeping. I said, okay.
She set me up. She set me up. No.
Because you know how many times they've asked me to wait for them to watch something? How many times I've waited days to watch them because I couldn't watch it when it came out because they were doing stuff. Okay,
Benet,
I got y'all.
I'm sorry. And if it makes you feel any better, I fell asleep on the last part, so I could watch the last part with you.
I was just gonna pretend I didn't want it.
Just lying.
I thought you said that Benet was like, fine, go, we can watch it. That's why I watched it. Honestly, I'm just being 100% truthful. I trusted Brienne. I trusted Brienne. But anyways, that's my fave five.
I felt like that
moral
lady
story,
on the
don't
courtroom.
Trust Brienne.
I feel like that lady on the courtroom, Miss Jackson.
Oh my god.
That was crazy.
Crazy as hell. Anyways, do your fave five, Brienne. Crazy as hell.
Anyway. Okay.
Can't be trusted.
That was crazy as hell. Anyway. Fave five. I don't really have a drink that I drank yet.
A drink that I drank.
But I did see this tipsy bartender video.
Ooh.
And he was making, what was it? It was called the Blue Sink drink or something. And it was pretty much like a jungle juice.
The blue jungle juice in the sink.
Yeah. And I was like,
first of all, tipsy bartender trying to get people drunk off their ass because he put
that
box wine in there.
Vodka.
Box wine. Box vodka. Everclear. Like literally, he put everything in there. And I said this to my friend because we were trying to do a jungle juice before Nocturnal when we go, and I said. He said, "I will throw up before we walk up that hill."
Yeah.
And I said,
but it was so pretty though.
It was very pretty,
and I like a good jungle juice. I've had traumatic experiences with it, but I feel like I've grown from that. So if I have a party, or maybe just for fun, I'll make a jungle juice.
Is it a mental health day?
No.
Just for fun.
I feel like we haven't had a good summer.
We haven't had a good summer party. Guys, we might have a summer party.
You guys are invited.
End of summer.
End of summer.
You guys are invited on here.
Oh.
Unless
you got a message for the address.
Yeah.
We not finna just post our address because that's crazy as hell, y'all, and y'all not finna kill me, so.
That part.
Right. So yeah. The jungle juice. And then food. We went to what is it? Tio's Tacos? Tio?
Oh.
Tio's Tacos in Riverside.
I forgot about that.
Bomb. Their sopes were pretty good. Feel like they should have put guac on there. But other than that, the meat was
I forgot about that.
Tender.
Mm-hmm.
It was bomb. So yeah, Tio's Tacos in Riverside. Check it out. I like the art there too. They have all these big recycled art pieces there.
And it says it's
actually pretty cool.
It was kind of scary.
At night, it's a little scary.
It seemed but like it was still cool.
Dia de Muertos.
Yeah, Muertos. Mm-hmm. That's what it seemed like up in there. I was like, it's not Halloween.
It's Dia de los Muertos, actually.
That's what it seems like up in there.
But it was cool, though. I liked it. Entertainment.
But they said you better not say it. You see her face?
I can feel her. I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for Edna in her mouth.
I thought I silenced it.
Anyway, entertainment. I don't know. I've only been watching Game of Thrones. The old Game of Thrones. Actually, no. I was watching Harley Quinn. I don't know if it's my favorite yet. It's kind of one of those things I feel like you watch when you have nothing else to watch. But it's kind of funny, though. It's a little cartoon.
Oh, on Max?
Yeah. It's kind of funny. It's like a... kind of funny, though. It's not like a belly laugh. Yeah. But it was kind of cool. It's like, just like from the villain's perspective of DC. Mm. But it's like... It reminds me of Velma almost.
I love Velma, y'all.
I kind of like it. Yeah, I haven't finished Velma either. But it kind of reminds me of that. So it's actually kind of a little vibe. I've been watching that. Mm-hmm. But music, I was listening to Janelle Monáe yesterday. And I forgot how much I like Janelle Monáe. Her Dirty Computer album.
Even her new album that just came out. The Age of Pleasure. It's pretty good.
I have to listen to that one. But no, she's unmatched. And I think she's on a tour or something right now.
I think so.
I didn't know I wanted to see Janelle Monáe on tour, but I would see Janelle on tour. I feel like
I don't know if I would pay to just see her. Maybe if she was at a festival, just because I don't know. No, like just for me personally, because I don't feel like I listen to her music enough to like know her discography.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, I feel that too. But I don't know. Maybe one day. I feel like she would put on a pretty good
with somebody else. I agree with that. Mm-hmm. It's because the vibe of her music is more.
She has like a Prince kind of vibe, which I like.
So. Her music always reminds me of summer.
Yeah.
Like her music of summer, like you're just driving on PCH vibing. Mm-hmm. Like that's what her music
blowing. Yeah.
So yeah, Janelle Monáe. Shout out to Janelle. Mm-hmm. And I'm missing something.
Mindful Habit.
I'm still missing another one though, right?
No, we had drinks, music, food, entertainment, music.
Yeah.
Mindful Habit. Oh, okay. I'm ahead of the game. Mindful Habit. I would say prayer. Like just having a set time of the day to pray has been helping me a lot. Just to like recenter myself, because I feel like sometimes there's not that you can't tell certain people things, but there's just some things that's just for you and God sometimes. and you kind of just have to have that peace about it. So that's been helping me, is just having that set time for prayer. But yeah, that's fine.
I gotta work on not telling people things.
Are you okay? I gotta work on that.
Sometimes I struggle with that. I should just tell it to God. It'd probably come out better.
I've been telling stuff to God. Yep. Okay. Well, mine, I'm gonna start with music. Ground by Khalid, y'all. Oh, I love that band. I love Khalid so much. His album comes out in 9 days, y'all. 9 days. I'm so excited.
She felt that one. Woo! Khalid, if you're watching. Yeah.
Oh, I love that band. But Ground is so good. I listen to it every single day. Like, it's up there with Adore You. Like, I like Adore You. Like, Adore You's here. Because, like,
what about Don't Fall in Love with Me? I like that one.
I like Don't Fall in Love with Me, but it's not, like, my favorite of the three. Of the three that were released, Adore You is my favorite. Then Ground, then Please Don't Fall in Love with Me. But don't get me wrong. Please Don't Fall in Love with Me, it came out, I said, ooh. I called my friend, I said, have you listened? So, Khalid, yes, somebody I will pay big money to see.
You're gonna go see him, right? For my birthday?
Yes, for her birthday and my friend's birthday, because they both in October. I'm not gonna tell y'all where it is, because I'm gatekeeping. Sorry. I need to be able to get the tickets I want. So
dang.
Sorry.
Not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. 2, what was it? Favorite drink. Actually, I'm gonna do food because I don't know what my favorite drink is. Food, I'm gonna say watermelon because I've been trying to eat watermelon. I've been feeling so bad. I bought a watermelon the other day, y'all. I even cut it up. I've never cut up a watermelon before, okay?
You cut it by yourself?
I cut it by myself.
I'm proud of you.
And
usually I gotta cut the watermelon.
I just I washed it off because I thought about it. I was like, this is probably kind of gross to just like cut into it and not rinse it off. So getting it in the sink was rough because it was big. I put it in the sink. I dropped it down. The stuff in the sink fell. I was like, oh shit. I rinsed it off. I just this is what I did. I don't know this is how you're supposed to cut it, but this is what I did.
Oh, Lord.
I just got the knife.
Hold your pride.
I got the knife. I put it in the middle and I cut it down.
Wait, which way?
You stabbed it and then...
I stabbed it in the middle and cut it down or this way. No, like this way.
Okay.
And then I turned it around on the other side. The same thing. And then it fell in half. And then I cut those halves in half. And then I cut those, like, sliced like this. And I cut them out of the thing. And then I cut those into smaller bites. And I put them in the bag.
I mean, it worked.
It worked. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it, but I did it.
Anyway. Tried the rubber bands like this TikTok brand.
Absolutely not.
And they put the rubber bands
that man is stupid.
That's the way that watermelon exploded.
Put them on.
No, not that one. Not the black dude.
Oh,
Brandon. It was Brandon Ferris, I think his name is. He's... The way that water
hit him in the chest, knocks him.
No, there's a stupid ashy. There's a stupid ashy
one with the goggles.
Yeah, there's a stupid ashy black guy. He is ashy. He be in his bathroom. He have goggles on, right? And he be getting watermelons and just put rubber bands on him. Put rubber bands on him. Like, and see how many rubber bands he can put on him. One time he put them on. He had so many rubber bands on there. And it exploded. And he, like, launched back into the freaking bath. And I was like, oh my to pay me $1 million to do that.
Oh, that mess was funny though.
I'm gonna tell BK.
I don't know why it's so funny, but it was hilarious. Like the way he just like everything. It was first he flew because it was like this gradual thing. He's putting him on, and then he's like doing something with rubber bands. And he hears the, and he's like, "Wait, no!" And then it just like poof. Yes. The wall broke. He said, "I don't even know where the other half of the watermelon is."
No, for real.
He said, "I don't know what this goes to, but everything is broken."
For
like,
real.
what is happening?
It was foolish.
Oh.
But anyway, that's my food. Drink, I'm just gonna say espresso martini because I just love an espresso martini. Like it's my new thing. Like I just
everywhere we go.
I just feel like it's just bougie and it tastes good and I like coffee and it's just cute.
You know what?
And like I don't like margaritas anymore. They're too sweet for me. Like, it's very rare that I order a margarita.
I love margaritas.
They're just too sugary.
Cadillac
like, they make my head hurt.
We'll do it every time.
They make my head hurt.
Like, probably like tequila.
Oh, you know what drinks is good that we had on Saturday? We went to the Taco Bell Cantina.
Oh!
I
forgot about that.
We did.
I had the Baja Blast with the rum.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was.
Honestly, y'all.
It was good.
They might have done that big one with that.
They have yards and they have the small ones. And we just got small ones because we didn't need no yards.
And we were all the way in.
We were all the way in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
People are crazy out there. Like, no.
Yeah.
So we just
from Hollywood. No offense.
The street chalupas.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
Pretty good.
I like the street chalupas. But yeah, so I guess both of those are my drinks.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot we even went there.
Me too.
That was crazy.
Entertainment. I've been rewatching Vampire Diaries. First season. And it just reminds me of like how I like Stefan and why I like Stefan. Because everybody likes to shit on Stefan. And they're like, Stefan wasn't really the good brother Damon was. But, like, Stefan tried to be a better person. And Damon was just always trying to make him a worse person because of what happened years and years and years ago. Like, Stefan was trying to do better. And he was like, I'm trying to do better. I can help you, too.
Stefan was kind of crazy.
Stefan was crazy. But, like, in the beginnings, in the first season, Stefan is trying to live a better life. He's been on his vegetarian vampire diet for years and he's trying to live a better life and just live a good life. And then here come Damon fucking everything up.
Well, you know what? No, you're right. I like Stefan, not Damon.
The blonde one.
Yeah, I like Stefan. Stefan is a good
guy. Here comes Damon trying to fuck everything up and he's like, just drink blood. Just drink regular blood. Just drink human blood.
He was the devil.
He's like, we could be brothers together and drink blood together and this is how I operate. Like, and Stefan was just trying to be a good person.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
He felt bad because of all the shit that he did and he was trying to do his penance for what he did.
Yeah.
And Damon was just always trying to make him be bad. And then when he was bad, everybody would be like, oh my gosh. But the whole reason that he was bad I think it's at the end of the second season, beginning of third season, when he goes with Klaus. The whole reason was to save Damon and Elena.
Right.
Yeah. And then they all want to act like he's crazy.
No, you're right. I mixed them up. Stefan was the one that I liked.
So yeah, and when in the last season, the only time I didn't like Stefan was in the last season when he killed Enzo. Oh, that hurt me because it hurt Bonnie.
I ever finished that show?
It hurt me because it hurt Bonnie, and Bonnie carried that show on her back.
They did Bonnie dirty every single time. She held them down for years. Lost her family.
And not to mention the backside of it, like Kat Graham as an actress, and they were always trying to kick her off the show and kill her off. And at the end, Ian Somerhalder had to get involved, Damon's character, the guy that plays Damon, and be like, if she's gone, I'm gone. Because they were always trying to kick her off, would never let her wear her natural hair. Always had her in these ugly ass fucking weaves and wigs and shit, and like made her feel bad about herself because she's black. So crazy.
But yeah.
Anyway.
Bonnie was the best on that
Bonnie
show.
was the best. And then lastly, my mindful habit, I'm going to say letting go and letting God.
That's one more time for the people in the back.
Letting go and letting God.
One more time.
And if you don't resonate with God, you know, that's fine. Whatever you say, the divine, the universe, whatever you say.
But we say.
But I say God, okay? God, universe, whatever. Letting go and letting God, because I can't do it.
We don't have the capacity.
We don't want to do it.
I don't want to do it. I don't have to do it, and I'm not going to. So letting go and letting God, and that's why I've been peaceful, because I've been letting go and letting God. So if you want to be peaceful, you go ahead and let go and let God too.
Mm-hmm. And give some people over to God.
For real. Because some things are just out of your control.
They will mess up your mental
They're
health.
just out of your control.
Give them over to God.
You can't control nobody but yourself.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
So let go and let God and carry on.
Mm-hmm. And on that note, it's about that time, y'all.
About that time.
Thank you again for joining us. Again, don't forget.
Subscribe, like, notify, all the things.
Subscribe, like, notify, comment. Share the stories. Some people were saying they want to hear more dating stories, but I mean, we have them. But if y'all want to send some more
dating stories,
well, they want
be more specific.
People said they want to hear bad dating experience from Edna.
Why me?
So, I mean, they said they better see it in episode 12.
Oh,
and I said, okay.
Ooh, not the threats. Hey. What y'all gonna do?
Oh, yeah. What you gonna do?
Are you threatening us?
But yeah, guys, just let us know. We love y'all. We love y'all so much.
Yes.
So
don't forget to follow us as well.
And share it with your friends if you like it. If you like it, they'll probably like it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And help your girls get some money.
Stop
yelling at being peaceful.
I am peaceful. I'm having a peaceful fight.
Oh my gosh.
I'm having a peaceful fight. Look, help your girls get some money, okay? You want to help us help you. We want to do the content you want us to do. You know that scene on A Different World? If y'all remember A Different World, Whitney, I could change. You could change. Change to change. Can I have some change? Change.
I hate it so bad. I cannot.
But anyway, this is a long ass episode, y'all. Sorry, but we love y'all. Do all the things.
Follow us. Twitter,
Till
TikTok,
next time.
Facebook page.
Till next time, we love y'all.
Bye.